Hello and welcome along to Jurong Stadium for the resumption of the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season as Hougang United take on Albirex Niigata Singapore. Both sides coming into this game with wins in their last fixture, so there's an opportunity tonight for one of them to collect consecutive victories. Full schedule for this match week. Prior to the international break with Hougang with a 2-0 win against the Young Lions. They are back in action tonight against Albirex. We have two fixtures tomorrow with the Geylang International hosting Tanjung Pagar United, while the Lion City Sailors welcome the challenge of a Young Lions side still searching for their first win of the season. Then on Sunday, we have BG Tampines Rovers up against Balestier Khalsa to wrap up match week 4. This is what the table looks like ahead of tonight's match. Albirex Niigata in 3rd are up against Hougang United in 6th. It's just a point separating the two sides, although Hougang have played a game more than Albirex. A win for Hougang tonight will move them up to 2nd on the standings, while a draw will be enough for Albirex to go ahead of BG Tampines. They'll be looking for maximum points, though, as they try to keep the pressure on the league leaders. Let's hear from the coaches of both sides, with Chinedu Eziako of Hougang up first, followed by Keiji Shigatomi of Albirex Niigata.
Hi Chinedu, a mixed bag of results so far, but you got a much wanted win last match day. What have you done with the team to build on that result?
It's a progress of what we have done for the past games. I think finally it paid off against Young Lions, but the team we still so much work to do, but it was a good performance and we're hoping to carry on with this performance.
You know, you've got changes in the squad, in the technical department. How are you going to keep your players focused, and are they focused on the task at hand tonight?
Well, the changes is brought a lot of motivation to the players, and especially we're having Akbar come in, and so players are motivated as usual. So we are looking forward for more.
You know, good to hear that the players are motivated, but your opponents tonight are unbeaten so far. What will be the key for a positive result?
Well, we need to stay focused because this Albirex game are well drilled. They are very systematic, and we need to stay focused, and we have to be patient with the ball and try to exploit our opportunities.
And just talk us through your starting 11.
No changing. Today, Fahan is not available. He's sick, and we have Hugo coming in to replace him. That's why everything's remained the same.
Hi Shige, more than a month since we've last seen you in SPL action. What has the team been up to the past 4 weeks?
Yeah, over the past 4 weeks, we've been focusing on improving our defensive organization and adding more variety to our attack while keeping the players in good condition.
You know, a long break can be good for some teams, but for you and Albirex, how do you keep your players sharp and match fit?
Yeah, it's true that a long break can be challenging, but we try to keep the boys sharp by much like a training session and some friendly games. So I think the boys have managed to maintain a good lead.
You know, you talk about working on attacking and defensive things, you know, but against Hougang tonight, how are you planning to tackle them?
Tonight, we will stick to our playing style while also adapting the opponent's strengths. So we prepared to keep a good balance between attack and defense, and we will work hard together to aim for the win.
Well, great hearing from those two coaches of their club sides, and someone who's been in that position at the BG Tampines. He is now the Singapore national team head coach, Gavin Lee, in your picture there, right at the top of the stands, taking in this fixture. And someone who's been there in the national setup alongside me in the commentary position. Former Singapore international who also used to play for Albirex Niigata and the Lion City Sailors, Adam Swandi. Adam, welcome along. It's great to be working with you. Before we get to this contest, we had a look at Gavin Lee there as well. Just touch on the mood around Singapore football at the moment after a pretty successful international break for the national team.
I think everyone is excited and elated with the result. It has given us a lot of hope as the Singapore football as a whole. And I think Coach Gavin has been doing the right thing. He's the man for the job right now, and he's been giving the result that all of us need, all the fans and even the players who are playing not in the national setup. It definitely gives us the boost to be in this professional scene. So yeah, I'm really happy. Even though I'm not playing anymore, I'm really happy for the whole Singapore football fraternity.
Yeah, I'll be keeping a close eye on a few of these players, potentially with a view to calling them up for the next international window. A huge fixture coming up for the Singapore national team away to Hong Kong. Winner of that one essentially going through to the AFC Asian Cup in 2027. That's for down the road. In the here and now, we will be focused on this Singapore Premier League fixture between Hougang United and Albirex Niigata. Lots of interesting things have happened with Hougang over the last few weeks or so. One of those, Adam, has been the introduction of Akbar Nawas, who was at VG Tampines as the head coach. He was let go and has joined Hougang as the technical director. Chinedu Eziako mentioned him as well in the pre-match interview. What kind of impact do you think that will have on this club, having someone as experienced as Akbar coming into to the club?
In my opinion, everyone knows Akbar Nawas. He is definitely packed with experience in the country and also in the region. So he comes into Hougang with a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience, so that he will be able to guide Coach Robert, because as we all know, Robert is quite new to the head coach job. So Akbar Nawas will definitely be the one guiding him through, and he's the right man apparently for Hougang.
Well, you did their game a while ago. What was encouraging from their perspective in terms of the performance then that they can take into this fixture?
Honestly, the last game I was here talking about them, it was really impressive for me to see how Hougang took on the game. They were attacking, they were keeping the ball, and honestly, they played really interesting football. But unfortunately, they didn't get the win. They didn't get the 3 points. But I'm so hopeful for them today, because I think they definitely gave me a good impression of themselves.
And here they come then, Hougang and Albirex. Albirex Niigata, one of 3 sides left in this season's competition, yet to be defeated. Pretty strong start to their campaign from their first 2 matches in terms of the performances overall. And Hougang United, for them, getting their first win against the Young Lions prior to the international break. Has been a difficult start for them, but they'll be looking to try and build on that victory against the Young Lions if they can this evening against strong Albirex Niigata side. Those are the match officials for this fixture. Andrea Verolino is the referee. This is his 40th Singapore Premier League game as a match referee. He'll be assisted by J. Ashok Raj and Muhammad Yazid Abdul Latif. 4th official Mazlan Pagira. Video assistant referees, Muhammad Hilmi Fuad is the VAR, and the assistant VAR, Manoj Kalwani. They'll be watching closely as well. Here's a look at the starting 11s, beginning with Hougang United. They have made just 1 change from their last fixture. Chinedu Eziako keen to reward the players who delivered Hougang their first win of the season. And that 1 change is an enforced one as well, with Farhan Zulkifli left out of the side due to illness. Hugo Kametani takes his place in the team. Victor Blasco is also unwell. And there's been changes to the squad as well, with the Yutaki Kuchi and Sam Strong, we're hearing, being released by the club. Those are the options that they have on the bench. It is a very young bench. They have a 16-year-old Lithuanian talent there, number 57, Algirdas Karlonas. There is Chinedu Eziako, who actually has a very good record against Albirex Niigata Singapore. He's won both his matches against them, so he is at 100% against this opposition coming into this contest. This is what Albirex Niigata have gone with for their starting 11. They do have made just 1 change from their last outing. A big evening for 16-year-old Jaden Heng, who makes his first start at senior professional level. He comes into the side in central midfield to replace Singapore international Jared Gallagher, who will have to make do with a place on the bench. Shingo Nakano leading the line for this side. He already has 2 goals this season, and he will be a threat that Hougang will have to watch out for. pretty decent options on the bench. Lee Dong-yeol amongst the quality that Keiji Shigetomi has to call upon if required. Cypher Daos is also there, as is Emireka, Ren Nishimura and Jared Gallagher, as I mentioned. Keiji Shigetomi, who is a title winner with Albirex Niigata, looking for his first win against Chinedu Eziako. He has a very different squad to work with this season. A lot more quality in this Albirex Niigata side, Adam.
Yeah, definitely. I think I have to agree with you that the players are of more quality this season. Albirex has a lot of good players, and even the local players on the bench, they have something to value add to the team whenever they're being called upon. So I'm really excited for this game, and honestly, I I have some positive feelings for Albirex because I was once their player, and I know that they are what kind of mindset each and every one of them has.
Well, we've just had a little bit of a delay with the start because Ryan Sanizal was told to go back in to change his tights. Needs to match the color of your shorts. That's been the rule for quite a while. But we finally have kickoff here at Jurong East. And it is Albirex Niigata who get us underway, going from right to left on your screens, playing in the all-white, up against Hougang United in the orange and blue. Going from left to right, they are the designated home side for this fixture. Although Albirex Niigata are playing at home. I'm Rish Ocean Ryan. Joining me in the commentary position is former Singapore international from Albirex and Lion City Sailors player Adam Swandi. Thanks for joining us on our coverage of this one. Match week 4 of the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season. We're back underway after the international break. And it is Albirex in 3rd up against Hougang in 6th. Hougang can move up to 2nd with a win tonight. Albirex Niigata can move into that runner-up spot with just a point, although they'll be looking for the win to try and close in on the Lion City Sailors, who are the early pace setters. 5 points clear at the top of the standings are the Sailors. And they've played a game more. Nakano in behind early on. Looking for a decision from the referee, who's not too impressed. Allows play to continue. There is Ryan Sanizal. It's good to see him getting some regular minutes in central defense. He is a talented young player, isn't he?
Yeah, I have to agree with you as well because throughout my playing time, he came in as a young player and he actually stood out to me. He had a lot of control and he was quite vocal, especially as young players. You usually become pretty silent when you're playing with the first team players, but he came in with kind of presence that he had, and yep.
Ishibashi with the first effort out on that side. Into Jaden Heng, and it's proper quality from him. Getting into the box there, meeting that pass and getting involved in an attacking area. The youngster not afraid to show his quality.
That was pretty impressive from Jaden Heng, the young player. So honestly, coming in as a young player, you will definitely try to play it safe every single time. But coming to his first start for the team, it's pretty impressive.
Yokohata back to Yoshioka. It's a very steady presence in central midfield for Albirex. Is their number 6, just sits in front of that back line. Sim Junyen, another very impressive young player that they have brought through, the 18-year-old. They aren't afraid, Adam, as you will know, of putting youngsters into the side and giving them the opportunity to play.
I think Albirex has always been the club to actually recognize talent and recognize the commitment players put in. So if you're there, you're young, but you're really fully committed, you work really hard for the team, definitely your chance is going to be there, and then you must grab them with both hands and you'll be a full-time pro player as soon as you know it.
Well, he's speaking from experience. Played for the club back in the 2018 season, Adam, and you were a regular, an important player in the side on the way to winning that title.
It was a beautiful season for me. It was my first ever SPL championship, and it was a smooth sailing season for the whole team. We won every single game. We didn't lose any game. We drew a game, I think. and it was a really good experience for me as a young player. So it was definitely the right team for me to be in at that point of time.
As Yotsakon taking the contact. His very physical presence is Yotsakon, who is a Thailand under-23 international. He's made a good impact up front for Hougang since coming in. Early days yet in the season, but it's already looking pretty solid.
Well, we can see the quality Yotsakon brings to Hougang United. Being up front alone most of the time, but he's able to hold the ball, delay some play, and you can see the value that he brings into the team.
And you don't often see young players, young strikers leading the line for their club sides all across the world of football, in fact. And you got 20-year-old Yotsakon Burapa making the move, his first move overseas. Getting some good minutes as the line-leading striker for Hougang. Looked to be an advantage played initially. The referee blew the whistle for a free kick. It's Yoshiyama. It's been given away by Hougang. Struggling in the early stages to get into any sort of rhythm here. Hougang. There they go with the press, just as I say that. They've stolen it at halfway. It's Kamatani saying that that should be a corner. Came off him last, it looked like.
Kamitani has a big shoe to fill in, especially having Fahan being out from this game. And Fahan has been impressive. He's been the live wire for Hougang since the start of the season. So definitely Hugo Kamitani has a big shoe to fill in. But let's see how it goes for him.
Yeah, Farhan Zulkifli, it is a shame. It will be a miss for Hougang. Always adds so much quality down that side of the pitch. There's Kamitani, heavily involved. Unable to get away from Hazik. There's another one who's really grown and developed very nicely, Hazik Kamarudin, in his time with the Young Lions and getting these opportunities with Albirex as well. It's been headed away by Kim Tae-yuk. Yoshiyama takes it on the turn. Good pressure from Albirex. A chance for them to break. Yoko Hata with the ball over the top. Nakano is peeled out wide. He's got Yoshioka making a late run in support. Clever cut back into Sim. Opened up for the effort, but he couldn't get that one under control.
That was a good run by Shingo Nakano down the line. And we all know his quality, you know how he's able to hold the ball really well, and he set it up perfectly for his teammate. But yeah, unfortunately the shot went wide.
Just leaning back slightly, perhaps, Sim Junyan from those positions. Technically, Adam, what are you looking to try and do?
Definitely, you'll try to go first time to get the momentum on and to divert the power. But I think with this kind of pitch, it's a bit difficult.
Well, early shot coming in again, just wide. And this time it was Katsuyuki Ishibashi. So facing a few shots already. There's Kanok Kongsima, 25-year-old central defender from Thailand. Masua. Last couple of matches being moved out to right back. Played the first game in centre round as they try and get a run of victories under the belt. It's not the tallest backline, is it, for Hougang? With Kanok and Ryan Sanizal in there. But these are two players who, even though they might not have the height, they've got really good timing in the air.
I think definitely height gives you a big advantage, but it's not everything, you know. But to think about it, Hougang has definitely has height in their back line, but it's he's on the bench. Kibunguchi, he appeared in the last game and he was really tall and he was really physical. But I guess today's plans didn't include him, but I think Ryan and Kanok will definitely play a good part.
Kibonguchi on the bench, 27-year-old American. Soyun Su. With Albirex Niigata, they've always got these central defenders who tend to be very comfortable in possession. That's Huzaifa. That left foot of his, difficult for Hiro Kamitani to do much with that one. Just looking to drift in from that left-hand side, Hiro Kamitani, trying to make more of an impact. Seeing him get involved quite a bit in the last few minutes. 26-year-old. He was born in Kashima. He went to college in the United States of America. Spent some time playing there as well. Also played in Cambodia with the Naga World before moving to Hougang. It's Yoshiyama. Gets it back from Chonlawit. Floated across to Setawut. Kamitani has gone down, but flag has gone up for offside anyway.
The challenge looked a bit suspicious to me. I thought the referee was going to blow for penalty or something, but yeah, they were lucky to go away to come out with an offside. I think the challenge looked a bit malicious to me.
Let's have a closer look at this. Oh, that's such a close call as well. The flag went up straight away for offside on Setawut. But I had a look at that challenge from Kim Tae-uk on Kamitani. Adam?
I think pretty strong challenge. Look at the replay. It's nothing wrong with it, but it's a really strong challenge, and it's him telling the striker that, hey, I'm here. It's not going to be an easy day for you.
We've got Takumi Yokohata also down. He's just taken a knock. It must have been something that happened in the passage of play earlier. That's Kibonguchi, one of the options on the bench. Here's another look at this challenge put in on Yokohata. Ooh. Took a knee. That is a hard knock.
These are the things that I think as a attacking player you usually have to just accept, but nowadays there's VAR, so it's definitely going to be more on your side. It's going to be protecting you, so the defender is definitely going to be looked at, and if he's about to be given caution or something.
Now it's one of those that it leads to almost a dead leg in a sense, right? And I'm sure you've had you've taken contact like that in your time.
Yeah, I think definitely all attackers will get a fair share of that, especially with the mean defenders back in the days. They'll just come in and give you the knee and their elbows and whatnot. But yeah, you grow into it and you learn how to play around it.
Well, Adam, you called it. There's going to be an on-field review for that challenge on Yokohata. And you said the VAR will be looking at it, and they've decided that it's worthy of an on-field review. So Andrea Verolino is having to come across here, take a closer look. It could be a problem for Hougang.
I think it was a reckless challenge. It's definitely uncalled for. The ball was being played not anywhere dangerous, but yeah, I think the challenge was a bit careless.
Knee into the lower back. Ouch. Now, what do you think then? If you look at that, in the way it's slowed down in that situation, what's your call? What would you be doing if you were the the referee. And do you think it's enough in that to produce a red card? Or is it just a coming together?
If you look at it, being in the slow motion, it looks dangerous. But I think if you understand how that challenge came in, I think he was protecting himself more than anything. He probably didn't even look at the other player over there. So he just came in trying to protect himself.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there was real malicious intent, and perhaps a yellow card is the right call. Didn't look like a red to me, and I think you would agree that the red would have been harsh.
Yeah, I think definitely the red shouldn't be there. So it was a brilliant call by the referees from the VAR side as well to actually come out with this. And yeah, kudos to the referees today to actually come out with the yellow card. I think it's the right punishment for that.
So no red card, which is the right call for Kanok Kongsima. Picking up the yellow instead. And he's perhaps a bit confused as well as to why he was actually even booked for that. He has to be very careful now. Early stages of this contest, and central defender Kanok already with a booking. Formerly with Supanburi FC. As Ryan San is out with the first header, Vestering with the second, out for a throw-in. Sazek broke through in the Singapore Premier League with the Young Lions. He's got plenty of pace, player who works incredibly hard. I'll just be looking to try and develop that final ball, that final delivery, be more of an asset in attack for his team. That's a wild effort from Kintayuk.
It's definitely an effort that you just take the bet. You just hit it up front and you hope something's gonna come up from it, maybe a corner or anything. But it takes definitely a different kind of quality to score from that distance.
Play it out, short, and draw that press. Setterwood unable to hang on to it under pressure. It was a difficult pass for him to keep, really. And Sim climbs well. Kanok wasn't happy with the challenge that was put in on him as he tried to shield Zafan. Then nudge there from Shingo Nakano on the back of Kanok. It's been a good move for Zafan to Hougang, hasn't it, Adam? It wasn't really getting the regular minutes. I think a goalkeeper of his quality perhaps deserves.
I think it's the perfect move for him because he definitely needed all the minutes that he can get, and I think Hougang was available for him to take the place. And I think in return he's also been a good inclusion in the Hougang squad as well, and he's definitely letting the other goalkeepers having a run for their money as well.
Suzaifa. Ryan San is out. And Zafan, and there's a real opportunity as well with Singapore's goalkeeping situation. The senior side for him to try and make his way into the squad. Shigo Kametane. First time cross could be dangerous for most goalkeepers, but not Hassan Sani. Even at the age of 41, Hassan Sani, you still feel like he could be doing a job for Singapore on the international stage.
Yeah, I think definitely he's some player, goalkeeper that we all miss in the national team. I've played a bulk of my career with him behind me, in Home United, in Line City Sailors, and the kind of confidence you get when you know Hassan is behind you is massive. You are willing to take a lot of risk because you know that he's gonna cover for you if you make any mistakes. So yeah, definitely I think he could still play for the international side, but I think he wants to slow it down a little, you know.
Yeah, pursuing other interests. Nothing we've seen from Hassan.
Yeah, everyone can agree. Everyone's been seeing him here and there, and I think it's really good as a player who's nearing his retirement age to actually explore and venture out there, because yeah, football's football. You need to do something else after. So he's been a really good example for every single player.
Hougang again giving it away under pressure from Albirex. It also looks like with the Albirex Niigata, they have been able to return to their usual style. They want to try and press high up against opposition sides and try and put them under pressure.
Yeah, I think it's always been their style of play, you know, to press up high, to get the ball quickly, to quickly go on transition to attack. So they've done this, and it's no surprise that they're doing this again. Even with bigger teams in the league, they try to emphasize that. So yeah,
It was a challenge for them to try and play that way last season with the squad that they had, but with the changes in the rules for this campaign, we've seen a much improved Albirex Niigata, and they'll be expecting to challenge for the title this season. Well, that was the style. It's almost the culture of the club for a long time now, since you were there as well. It's high-intensity football.
I think the main target, especially when you're playing in Albirex, was to limit the number of touches your opponents had. So when you get the ball, you control the game. So we were just pressing on and on and on to be able to control the game as much as possible. So we were always on the ball. So that's where we actually try to capitalize.
I imagine that they probably have some very low PPDA numbers, passes per defensive action. It's a metric for basically how aggressive a side is in terms of their defensive pressure without the ball. And there you go, winning it back quickly again when they lost it. I'm happy to recycle, find the spaces once more. There's Ishibashi out to Hazek. Cross is blocked by Vestering. There again, given away a corner. Quite a bit of pressure being applied on Hougang's defense by Albirex Niigata. There's no retreating from this side. It's not a team that sits back on its own penalty box and waits for the opposition to attack them. They want to play on the front foot. Delivery set to come in from Ishibashi. Floated into the box. Zafan was fouled by Sim Junyen.
Albirex definitely looks like the side to actually score first. But yeah, you can never say anything about football because the last game I was watching Hougang and I thought Hougang would score first, but in the end they were attacking the whole I think 20 minutes, but they conceded first. So high likely Albirex gonna score, but you never know in football.
Well, it is important as well, I think, to make the most of these spells where you're on top of the opposition. How often have we seen it where a side has so much control and didn't take their chances, and then the opposition go down the other end and find the goal. The referee has spotted an infringement. It's Higo Kamitani on that left, trying to figure out what actually went wrong. Oh, it's a good ball for Nakano, straight away in behind, and there's the opener. How easy was that for Albirex? We spoke about the control, making the most of the fact that they've been on top, and they've gotten their reward here with that goal. Shigo Nakano, his third of the season, a nice composed finish, and a great ball over the top for him to run onto.
we've been talking about them controlling the game, playing the ball around and stuff, and the goal came in with such a simple play. Ball from the centre back straight to the striker and a goal. Perfect ball, perfect weight, and the finish from Shingo Nakano. He's always pinpoint with his finishes, so third goal for him for the season. I think definitely more coming.
Yeah, switched on, and that Hougang defense just getting caught out by that run of Shingo Nakano and the pass. That's good vision and good awareness from the defender to play that pass through.
I think they know, the defenders, they know their striker, how capable is Shingo Nakano up front. He's always making those runs, and definitely they've been playing for a while, training for a while together, and they spot these little runs from him, and yeah, they are always ready to exploit the opponent with this. And like I said again, the quality from Shingo Nakano, his finishing is absolutely brilliant.
And a player who's been such a great signing for Albirex since joining the club last season. Another one who was playing for an American college, El Camino College, before his move to Albirex. And prior to that, he was playing for Setagaya United. Setagaya United, a club which has a relationship with Albirex Niigata in Singapore. One of their former players started Setagaya, Jito Zono. Sun is up. On to Vestring. Fifth goal of the season for Albirex. Smart finish from Shingo Nakano. And they've been pretty comfortable. Team in white.
Hougang has been having a lot of trouble trying to come off their defense, trying to play the ball to their attackers. Balls have been loose from their defense. They've been kicking it up front, hoping for them to receive it at the attacking end, but it hasn't come into fruition thus far. Strikers are really left stranded mostly. I think Yot Sakon hasn't held the ball for quite a while now.
Shingo Nakano, by the way, is one away from his 30th goal in Singapore football. That's his 29th goal in all competitions for Albirex, in appearance number 34 for them. Very strong goal scoring record. Here's Yokohata. Yoshioka. Only joined the club earlier this year. Yoshioka, one of the mid-season signings for Albirex last season. And Yoshiyama with the ball over the top for Yotsakon. It's support from Kametani. It's a wild effort.
It was a good run by Yotsakon. Like we said, he has the quality. He knows when to time his run well and stuff. And unfortunately, he didn't get the ball under control quick. Laid it off to his winger, and yeah, Kametani, wild effort again from him.
Yet to score for his new club, new Kametani. 7 attempts so far. Pretty close in that regard. 3 for Hougang, 4 for Albirex. None of those efforts from Hougang have been real clear-cut opportunities, though. Hugo Kamatani with the latest one. He scored 9 goals in the Cambodian Premier League last season. It's a good pressing from Hougang.
Seems like Hougang has been, they've lost a bit of spark from Fahan. You know what Fahan can give to the team. That bit of creativity whenever you're in the attacking third, taking on his man. So he's definitely deeply missed today.
Good ball in. 1 for Setterwood. Couldn't quite get enough purchase on that header.
Difficult ball in for Setterwood. Not much they can do. Try to get his head on the ball first, but it's too difficult having 2 defenders around him.
28-year-old winger. A lovely turn from Yoshiyama. Vestering. And that's good defending from Hazic. Reads the play well. Keeps going. That's the sort of energy and pace he brings down that right hand side for Albirex.
Yeah, we can see Hazic. He's been a live wire throughout this game and also past few games for Albirex. He's been a player to watch. Honestly, he's young. He's really hardworking and he has the technique and the qualities that you definitely need as a wing back.
Oh, he's kept that going, Yokohata. Hesitation from Hougang. And another longer pass forward. That time it was played in behind by Cho Yun-soo. They're quite happy to change things up, Albirex. Not just about the short passing game, but when they see opportunities to send it a bit longer, Adam, they're looking to do that as well.
Oh, they have definitely evolved from the Albirex kind of play. From the couple of years back, they were just short passes throughout the whole game, and sometimes they didn't even get to goal. They were just passing the ball around, playing the possession game. But now they've actually evolved to actually look out for these opportunities and go direct. And as you can see, the goal that they got today, from the centre back straight to the striker, and boom, they are leading 1-0.
Keiji Shigatomi was asked about the long break, the international break, how he spent this time, and he said that he used that time very well with the squad, and it certainly looks to be the case.
I think for Albirex especially, many movements of players season to season, so they will definitely need time to actually gel with the team. So after a couple of games, then you will probably see the full potential of the team. So the first couple of games might be a bit shaky for them, but they get stronger as the season goes.
Yeah, that's a great point. Some good time on the training ground for the coach. A number of new players, and one of the benefits that they have as well is a lot of their players aren't going to be called up for international duty, so they essentially have the squad together to train.
Yeah, you can say it's an advantage, but you would want all the local players to be fighting for positions in the national team as well. But they only had one player who was representing them, and yeah, I think definitely more players in the Albirex squad has the quality to actually represent the nation as well. So we hope they'll get game time to prove their excellence on the pitch.
Suwa. Vestering. Hougang, again, just running out of ideas this early on in the match in terms of how to progress the play in possession. Setterwood. He's playing for Pre United prior to his move to Hougang. That's a good run, that give and go. Gets it back from Yotsakon. Could be danger for Albirex here. Setterwood. His effort takes a deflection. Big chance. First proper opportunity for Hougang.
Great link-up play by Setterwood and Yotsakon. Give and go, perfect run, perfect ball. I think he made the right decision to cut in back because he didn't have angle anymore to beat Hassan at that angle. But yeah, the defender did what he needed to do. But they have a corner coming up, so the danger's not over yet for Albirex.
Setterwood Wong Sai also spent some time with Chonburi and Pulistero. Couple of corners, one each. Free kick going the way of Albirex. Yotsakon with the foul on Nakano. There is Keiji Shigetomi. Adam, you've worked very closely with Keiji Shigetomi. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, when I was at Albirex, I was in the team and he was my assistant coach, and I only have good things to say about him. He was managing us well, and he was the person who was speaking mostly English with me. So I had a great time with him and with the whole team, and he was definitely a great coach to be under.
That was a longer pass again from back to front, looking for Yokohata. Just unfortunate for him, it came off his back. Festering. Setterwood has stayed on that side of the pitch, having delivered the corner. As Hazek with the run from deep, and it's a good one, looking for Nakano. Not the best of passes into Nakano, I think, that he had to take a touch.
Yeah, Haziq, he definitely has the pace to burn on the flanks, and I think definitely he needs to work on his final ball. But it wasn't the worst ball, but it's a bit difficult in this kind of pitch, especially with it bouncing and being a bit unpredictable. But yeah, you can see he's being such a live wire at the right flank for Albirex.
This is the 69th match between these two sides in all competitions. Albirex with 38 wins, Hougang with 15. Last season's games were very close, both in the league and in the Singapore Cup. It was Hougang with the 2 wins from the last 2 matches between these sides. One was in Group A of the Singapore Cup, the other one was in the final SPL fixture of last season. Albirex in the league, picking up 2 wins against Hougang as well, a 1-0 and a 2-1. And they go in behind again. As Hazek, any control on a shot coming onto it first time. Sim Yun Yen working hard, Adam.
Yeah, I think the youngster definitely doesn't look out of place at all. He's blended in really well, I think, and of course we can see that he has the qualities to actually be playing in the first 11. So yeah, I think that's why he managed to be in the squad today.
Another example of Albirex giving young players opportunities, and they have done it again with another young talented fullback coming through. They also had Junki Yoshimura, who was an important player for them over the last couple of seasons before moving away. Yoshimura exiting the club. Sim Jun Yen being promoted from the youth team. Chonlawit. I'm always very intrigued by players in the SPL or playing in this sort of climate, going for long sleeves.
I don't know, maybe they have some superstitious thinking about wearing long sleeves or of that sort, but it's definitely not the right decision to be wearing that in this kind of humid weather.
Was that something you ever did when you were playing?
No, I always covered up my knees with my
Yep.
tights because it was a religious
Yeah,
choice
yeah.
of mine, and at the start it was quite difficult for me to adapt because the heat was intense. But after a while, I got used to it, and I just can't play without it anymore. Yeah, and then even players, whenever
Ryan Sanizal, that's a good pass into Suwa. Took up a nice position, but he couldn't touch that onto Yotsakon, who was intended recipient of that pass. It's Choi Yun-soo. Sim. Shioka. Shibashi. Sim Junyen. Unable to get away from Suwa. One of the things that Sim Junyen has spoken about himself was, yes, he's pleased getting the chances to play, and he's also looking at how he can develop, how he can improve. And one of the things he was talking about was trying to be effective down that left-hand side. We'll come back to that in a bit as we have a look at Yotsakon going on a run. Solid hold-up play. Waiting for more of that support to arrive. Chonnawit eventually is the option. So Zaifa rolls it out to Vestering. Not a bad cross. Had to be dealt with. Hougang doing well to win it back. Yoshiyama. Suzaifa. Ken Hazik with the interception. Yoshiyama. Just being forced to again retreat. Right at Albirex Niigata shape. Suwa. No ball into the box. Easily cleared away. Nakano. It's closed down by Kanok. Yotsakon. Clever pass into Kametani. Still with Kametani. And lifts his effort over. He was looking for a corner. Says there was a touch. Goal kick is the call.
A great effort by Kamitani. I think he actually made the right decision to cut in back into his left foot, and he took the shot because there weren't much numbers. I think only Setterwood was in the box to try to receive something from him. Made the right decision, I think, to take a shot, but yeah, unfortunately it went above.
Might have been a little bit unfortunate. It looked like Hassan actually got a touch on that. Fingertips. Five shots from inside the box for Hougang. So, perhaps not as comfortable for Albirex as it would appear.
Hougang has had a couple of chances as well, and I think it was actually quite threatening for Albirex as well. But it's just that they haven't been clinical enough in front of goal. They've had the chances, but it hasn't been on target. It hasn't been really a good effort in front.
Keiji Shigatomi again in the picture as we have a look at Huzaifa. He took a heavy knock to the chest from Sim Junyen. Good to see he's okay to continue. Huzaifa, a player who's had some very poor luck with injuries in his career.
Yeah, he's definitely a player with quality. You know, I came into the professional league with him already playing, and he's always been there in clubs and in national teams sometimes. So he's always a player with a sweet left foot. Everyone knows him, but yeah, he's been through a lot of injuries thus far.
Chonnawit tries to head it back down to Kamitani. So Albirex under a little bit of pressure here. Just having to see this phase out. Shioka gives it away to Kanok. Squeezing the space in front of him. Setterwood goes out to Yotsakon. It's well defended. And he wants the free kick, and he is going to get it.
good pressure by Hougang in the last couple of minutes before the halftime. I think they really need to push for the goal before the break, and if they are able to get the goal, it will definitely give a confidence boost to everyone, because I think they've been pushing for it, they've been getting the chances, and it's just a matter of time for Hougang.
That was Cho Yun Soo with the challenge, and then he was fouled. After that by Yotsukon. Well, we're hearing that we will have a minimum of 6 minutes to be added on. There's a bit of a drizzle here at Jurong East as well. Lovely bit of skill from Yotsukon. It's through the legs of Yokohata.
I love to see that, as a player, as an attacking player. It's my joy to see players dribbling, doing something a bit different from everyone else, and that's why I fell in love with the game.
There's Yotsukon again. Need to drop very deep. Sua out to Vestering. That's been confirmed. 6 minutes at the minimum to be added on. There's Huzaifa. Clever pass from Yotsukon. Chonlawit. Good run from deep. Floats the ball in. Setterwood gets there again. A few warning signs here for this Albirex defense.
That was a great ball by Chonlawit into the dangerous area, I think, and Setterwood made a good account of himself to actually go in front of Haziq to actually get that foot on, but unfortunately it was quite difficult to control the ball, but it was a good effort by Hougang to actually break through into the attacking third.
Starting to get themselves back into this. Chinedu Eziako will have something to work with going into that break. I'll be hoping that they'll go into the break on level terms. There's Haziq. Albirex slowing it down again.
Albirex will definitely look to go into the halftime with the 1-0 lead, because they've been struggling the last few minutes, and Hougang has been pushing. So 1-0 lead into the halftime will definitely give them sort of a bit of a breather.
A painful one for Vestring. Clash of heads. Haziq was okay. Big chance earlier for Setterwood Wongsai. He's had a couple of opportunities for Hougang already. He scored 12 goals in the second division of Thai football last season. It's a waste of an effort. Kanok. He's looking for movement ahead of him. Has to go outside. And there's that press from Albirex again. Nakano will go from range. Oh, what a strike! Shingo Nakano!
I'm speechless, Shingo Nakano. Like I said again, quality from him, and once again, small chance, not an easy distance to score from, and what a screamer that for him.
That's his 30th goal for Albirex in all competitions since joining the club. Came about from that press as well. They sort of worked a little bit of a trap here before taking it away from Hougang, and then when he got the ball, he had one thing on his mind, which was to have a goal, but it still takes a lot of doing here.
Oh, I think don't take that away from him. It's a crazy effort, but yeah, if you don't take the shot, you'll never score. So this is where strikers come in. They make the difference. They take the responsibility to try to score for the team, and there you go, a brilliant strike for us to see.
Well, I was just saying, Chinedu Eziako will have wanted his side to go into the break level if possible with the pressure that they were putting Albirex under in the closing stages of this half. He's now got even more work to do after that wonder strike from Shingo Nakano. His 4th of the season. Incredible, the way he hit that as well. It's cutting across the ball and getting that swerve and that dip into the top corner.
There was definitely Cristiano Ronaldo-esque. It's something that, you know, players always work on during training and, you know, when they're fooling around on the pitch, but no one really tries it on the pitch itself on game day. But yeah, there you go, quality from him. And I think it also has to do with the confidence a player has. You know, he scored one, and he's been the one driving the whole attacking role for the whole Albirex, and you know his role is really big for the team, and he's the captain. So I think it's the confidence that he has that makes him actually try these things.
Stronovit trying to hang on to the ball under pressure. It's a big blow for Hougang. Stronovit, who's played a lot of his football in the 2nd division of the Thai league. Ryan Sun is up, climbs well, into the header. A bit more time added on because of that goal and the celebrations. I had a look at the reactions of some of his teammates as well. Even Nakano almost couldn't believe he scored that. And that is the whistle for half-time here at Jurong East. Fascinating first half of football. Albirex Niigata with the early control and the goal from Shingo Nakano in the 24th minute. They were well on top at that point, looking pretty comfortable. Hougang then started to come into it a lot more. Had a few opportunities of their own. But then Shingo Nakano stepping forward again in the 3rd minute of added time, just before the break, extending the lead for Albirex Niigata with his 4th of the season and his 30th goal overall for the club with a wonder strike. Half-time here at Jurong East, it is Albirex Niigata 2, Hougang United 0. Welcome back to Jurong East Stadium for this match week 4 fixture between Albirex Niigata Singapore and Hougang United. And it is Albirex leading by 2-0 at the break. Strong first half from the away side in this contest. Let's have a look at the highlights. They had an opportunity in the 3rd minute. Jaden Heng driving his effort just wide.
Great effort by the young player. I think definitely shows a bit of confidence he has in himself. It was a great shot. Zafan was definitely tested there early minutes.
All right, it's a challenge of Vestering as well. Not too far away. The 16-year-old making his first start at the senior professional level. And then Nakano with a run down the right. And the cut back into Sim Jun Yen. It's a lack of control with that first-time shot.
Yeah, the technique was all wrong there. You know, the body leaning forward and stuff. So he definitely needed to control the ball first, I think, before lashing out that shot.
And then in the 24th minute, a goal for Albirex. Shingo Nakano with a delightful finish. Spotting the goalkeeper off his line. And a great touch just to lift it over him, but an excellent pass from the back as well.
I think this is the simplest football can ever be. From the centre back, long pass to a good striker. He finishes it. And yeah, 1-0 up for Albirex.
It's a goal they deserved, Albirex. Saw with the chances that they had, they were on top of Hougang. But then, well, to try and find a response. Hugo Kamitani in the 42nd minute. And he claimed there was a touch of Hassan Sani, and goal kick was the award, but there were some encouraging signs going forward from Hougang.
Hougang definitely turned up a little, especially after conceding the goal. And they actually tried to push forward quite a bit.
And then in the 3rd minute of added time, have a look at this peach of a goal from Shingo Nakano. Incredible finish.
I don't think any goalkeeper in the league can do anything about that. Perfectly struck and take nothing away from him. It's just perfect, you know, the quality he has in him, and you know, the confidence to actually go from that distance. It's just Shingo Nakano, guys.
You know, you mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo-esque, that effort. He also had the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration at the end there, Nakano.
Maybe he had it planned, you know, this shot and that celebration. It has to come hand in hand.
Great strike from Shingo Nakano to give Albirex the 2-goal lead going into the break. So we have a look at some of the numbers. A difference in the possession stats. Surprisingly, Albirex with just 46%. 6 attempts to 7 for Hougang. And both sides having 2 efforts on target each. Most important numbers. The one at the top of your screen. Albirex Niigata 2. Hougang United 0. Shingo Nakano with both those goals. Lots more football coming your way on match week 4. Tomorrow we will see Geylang International up against Tanjung Pagar United at our Tampines hub. Lion City Sailors also in action against the Young Lions over at Bishan Stadium. And then on Sunday, to wrap things up, BG Tampines Rovers up against Balestier Khalsa at our Tampines hub. 7:30 p.m. kickoffs. Get down to the grounds if you can to watch live Singapore Premier League action. Otherwise, join us on our broadcast. We'll go away for another break, and when we come back, we will have the second half between these two sides. we're back at Jurong East Stadium ahead of the second half between Hougang United and Albirex Niigata Singapore. If you're just joining us, Albirex Niigata leading by 2-0. Shingo Nakano with both efforts, his first coming in the 24th minute. And a nice finish after an early long pass from his defender. He's lifted that effort over Zafan Rohaizad for the opening goal for Albirex, who were at that stage well on top of Hougang. We've got Victor Blasco in the stands. He is unwell, we're hearing, not completely fit, so he's been left out of the matchday squad. And after that opening goal from Shingo Nakano, Hougang worked their way back into the contest, had a couple of opportunities that caused concern for Albirex' defense. They weren't able to put those chances away, and they were punished by Shingo Nakano in the 3rd minute of time added on at the end of that first half. A lovely strike from range, picking out the top corner. No chance for Zafan again, giving Albirex the 2-goal lead going into the break as the sides come back out for this second 45. Adam Swandi still with me, former Singapore international, a former Albirex Lion City Sailors player. Adam, what would you like to see from Hougang in this second half?
I think definitely they go into the halftime break with lots to speak about, lots to work on, and I'm sure they're gonna go guns blazing. They showed a bit of intent and attacking play after they went 1-0 down, but after the second goal towards the end of the first half, they felt a little bit down, I could see. But yeah, I think the game's not over. 45 more minutes. Definitely they will want to bring home all 3 points today.
On a change for the second half for Albirex, the number 10 Takumi Yokohata is coming off to be replaced by the number 8 Ren Nishimura. I just wonder if Yokohata is coming off because he picked up a very heavy knock on his lower back midway through that first half, so they decided to go with the change. Nishimura is a very tidy player as well, someone who is on loan at the club from Vivaren Nagasaki. Came through as a youth player with Vivaren. So he's got the pedigree, he's got the quality, the 20-year-old. Let's see what sort of impact he can make upon his introduction. That's the star of the night so far, Shingo Nakano. And what would you like to see from his side for this second 45?
I think they will be controlling the game a bit more this time. They have the 2-0 lead, and they're not really rushing to get any more goals because 2-0 lead is quite a good cushion. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll see another brilliant strike from Shingo Nakano again.
So here we go, second half underway at Jurong East. It is Hougang United in the orange and blue, going from right to left on your screens, up against Albirex Niigata, going from left to right in the all-white. Albirex leading by 2-0. Shingo Nakano with both those efforts. One more and he gets his hat-trick. Zafan. That's Albirex in 3rd, coming up against Hougang in 6th. The winner of this one moves up into 2nd. As it stands, that will be Albirex Niigata, putting the pressure on the Lion City Sailors, who will be in action tomorrow against the Young Lions. And ahead of this fixture, Lion City Sailors were 5 points clear at the top of the standings, having played a game more. And really important for the chasing pack to make sure they don't lose touch of the Lion City Sailors and don't allow them to run away with the big lead early on in this campaign. Suzaifa drives one out towards Setawood. Had 2 opportunities in that first half to get on the score sheet. Kamitani was also busy from off that left-hand side. That's Chonnawit. Yoshiyama with a waste of a pass straight to Hassan Sane. That's Vestering. Not too much for Setawood. Ryan Sun is out. Just with the foul on Shingo Nakano, getting caught out of position. Well, they just had to sort out an issue off the pitch. That was Ryohei Yoshihama with his captain's armband. Shibashi. It's Yoshihama trying to get away from 3 players around him. He's given it away. Quick effort from Jaden Heng. He's not afraid to shoot, the youngster.
Well, he's been in a good position so far. He's been there to go on a counter press, and whenever he gets the ball, he's always in a good position to shoot. So he takes the shot, and like I said, as a young player, you don't usually have the confidence to do that, but you can see from him that he's not afraid, and it's something good you see from youngsters nowadays.
Again, there's that good pressing from Albirex. 3 players around Yoshihama. And that was what they did for Nakano's second goal as well. There were 3 players around Huzaifa, took it off him and opened up the space for Nakano to put that effort away. Still needed a heck of a strike. There's Yoshihama. Much better ball in. Let's try to pitch it in towards Kamitani. Touch out for a corner by Kim Tae-yuk.
It's been looking far more better now for Hougang, having Kamitani and Jot Sakon being switched. So Sakon being on the right flank and Kamitani running down the front. So it's been more chances for them, and definitely I think they are really pushing for the goals, because they need 2 right now to at least get a point now.
That's Kim Tae-yuk with the header. Deflected on and hooked clear. Ishibashi, that's one for Heng to chase down. That's Ishibashi. Festering gets to it ahead of Nakano. Yoshihama who spent some time as a young player with Kawasaki Frontale. Yotsakon peeling away out to the right. Some good movement from Yotsakon across that forward line. Doesn't just stay in a central position. And Yoshihama. Another player who's playing Cambodia with the Bunket before moving to Hougang. Vestering. That's Kamitani, who gets himself into some decent positions, Adam.
I think he's good with his positioning and all, but the ball being supplied to him hasn't been an easy thing for him to deal with. It's been a little too high, a little too far, but he's been trying his best to actually get to the ball fast, and he's having all these efforts, but I think slowly he's gonna get into the groove and he's gonna get his efforts on target.
Hazik. Yoshihama. Strong challenge. Possession will stay with the Albirex. Seeing a bit more of the ball, Yoshihama, in this second half already. Sato not really doing his defenders any favors. That swing. Vestering has been able to bail his side out by winning the free kick. Fouls in this match. Yoshihama onto Chonlawit. Suwa. Back to Yoshihama. Drove across into the area. Again, looking for Kamitani. Sun is out. And Huzaifa had the tackle on Hazik. Could have been a painful one, that, from Ryan Sanizal, as he came across, sliding across on that drain cover as well. At pace.
I'm sure it was painful for Ryan. But yeah, this is Jurong East Stadium. We all know we need to be wary of the drains nearby the pitch. And I think for us, all of us players, we always try to be a bit cautious about it.
As Kim Tae-uk. Speaking of Jurong East, this is actually a fantastic stadium to watch football matches because you're so close to the action. There's no running track. And I remember back in the day, because there's such a big age difference between you and I, Adam, coming here to watch Jurong FC play. And this used to be a natural grass surface. When I was playing, it was a natural grass pitch, and it was a lovely pitch to play on.
Yeah, I've heard stories about it being natural grass, but when I was here playing for Albirex, it was my home ground. It was artificial. So, and I would have to agree that it's a great place to watch football because you're so close to the action, and even for us players, it was nice to hear the chants all really close to you.
The changing rooms were horrible, though.
I have no comments about that.
Tiniest changing rooms, I think, in the league. I don't know if they've made any improvements in that regard.
From my experience up to last year, I would say that no improvements yet. But we hope that things will change really fast.
Compact changing rooms. All right, back to the action on the pitch. As Heng. Festering. Suwa. Yoshihama, was there a foul? Well, it's actually going the other way.
It's great to see Hougang actually really pushing for a goal. Like, they're really coming out of their comfort zone. They're really pushing up front. Kamitani, he's been making a mess up front there. He's been running here and running there. So I think it's a good indication from Hougang, and that definitely keeps us entertained.
Kim Tae-ok, who won that free kick, joining Albirex after a spell at Yokogawa Musashino FC.
Hassan looks happy to run down the clock.
Still a long way to go, running down the clock in the 56th minute of this match, coming into the 57th. But yeah, you're just sort of just trying to take the pace out of it, frustrate the opposition, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. And Hassan, with loads of experience from him, he knows what exactly to do at any point of time. So don't even question whatever he's doing.
As Nakano into that channel. Pulls Ryan Sanizal away from his central defensive position. Could have been trouble for Hougang. Able to get it away. Flag has gone up for offside. Hugo Kamitani coming back from an offside position. Yoshioka. Nice disguise on that pass. Wants a good ball forward into Ishibashi. Hazek. Of course, he's taken a deflection. Albirex are saying there was a hand in that. Play will continue for the moment as that is checked in the background. Ishibashi gets it again. Here's Heng. Well, that heavy touch didn't do him any favors, Jaden Heng.
Yeah, it was a great build-up in the attacking third, but yeah, the heavy first touch from Jin Heng definitely was a bummer for Albirex. If not, it could have been a great chance for the team.
And here's the appeals for handball. I'm not sure you can give a handball for that. His arms were right by his side, Vestering. A triple change coming up for Albirex. Haziq, one of the players coming off. And we're going to see Nicky Melvin Singh coming on. Lee Dong Yol is also on. Shibashi is going to be coming off, and also the engine in central midfield. Saifid Aus is on for Jaden Heng. A decent shift by the 16-year-old Jaden Heng. His night is done, replaced by more experience in Saifid Aus. Will work his socks off in central midfield. Ishibashi also off. Idong Yol, one of the players coming on, and you also have Haziq, who's come off to be replaced by Nicky Melvin Singh. Good to see him back as well. Starting to get a few more minutes after national service and also after a knee injury for Nicky Melvin Singh. What do you make of that triple change, Shadam?
I think they're using this opportunity to let players who need minutes to actually play, and yeah, 2-0, and they've been controlling the game quite a bit as well. Hougang looks threatening, but not threatening enough, I guess, for KJ Shigetomi. So, and I think he has the trust in these players, and the players he brought in surely has quality in them as well.
I wonder if we're going to see a bit of a change in shape, because it looks like with Idong Yol coming on, is he going to be experimenting with the front two? Shingo Nakano and Idong Yol in those positions.
Yeah, it could highly be possible that the number 9 and the 99 will be side by side. But I'm sure they'll be looking to just keep the ball more. And yep, try not to make too much mistakes in the back.
Let's see how it pans out tactically and what the plan is for Albirex. 60 minutes gone. Haven't really seen Hougang threaten in this second half. Dong Yol, a player who's on loan from FC Osaka for this campaign, 21-year-old from Korea Republic. Going to chase that one down. We'll see Dong Yol. His mission statement at the start of this campaign was that he was going to be a player who would show through actions rather than words. Got a couple of options up front now for this campaign, and he and Shingo Nakano. Nakano is going to take some shifting. I don't imagine he'll be missing too many matches with the sort of form that he's in. That's Nicky Melvin Singh. You already heard him as he passed it into Nakano, say 1-2. Just looking for the give and go. And San is up. Gets it away. Doesn't get enough distance on it. It's picked up by Saifid Aus. Yoshihama. Setawut. It's Yotsakon. Festering. It's a good touch. Yotsakon goes out wide again. Well, reliable in possession, but you probably want him in all those central positions. It's Kamitani. It's getting frustrating for Hougang in an attacking sense, Adam.
Definitely, I think, like you said, Yotsakon, he's really good with his feet. He's really neat with his technique. But you need him inside the inside the penalty box to do something. To get a foul or something of that sort. But if he's holding the ball well, but at the side, he can't do anything much. He can't impact the game too much.
Oh, nice evening out here at Jurong East. Had a bit of a drizzle earlier. Which does help. A little bit of water on an artificial surface. Yoshihama finds himself in a nice area in the box. That's a good pass into Kamitani. Can direct that towards goal.
Once again, Kamitani finding himself in a good position again. He's always there whenever the balls are in. So he's creating a nuisance of himself. And like I said again, it's just a matter of time, I think, for him.
Firdaus on the turn, nice and quick. Not a bad idea.
He's one player that works tirelessly. He runs up and down, and until the 100th minute, he'll just keep running for the team. And he's a great player to have in the team. And he's definitely the kind of player that's the engine of the team as well.
Former BG Tampines player, Firdaus. Chonlawit. Going back inside and all the way to a central defender, Ryan Sanizal. A lot of frustration you can hear from the stands, from the Hougang supporters. They want a lot more incisiveness in their attack when they have the ball. A lot of it is going sideways and backwards.
I think they're really comfortable with the ball. They want to keep possession, but sometimes it's they need to do it with intention. And throughout this game, they've been holding a lot of possession, and the stats show it. But they've not created so much of opportunities up there. But they actually come out better now.
That effort from Firdaus going just wide. Doesn't score too many goals.
A great effort from him, honestly. He was in a position where I think if any player was in that position, they will take a shot. But yeah, maybe he hasn't warmed up properly yet.
It opened up for him. He was inspired by Nakano. What he saw in the first half, looking for a spectacular goal of his own. That's Yotsakon. There's another player who doesn't give up on anything. Yotsakon Burapa. Both Kim Tae-yuk and Choi Yun-soo getting taken out by Yotsakon.
You can see that dedication from him, He's been pushed down and out, and he still kept on running until he had to hit the Great Wall of Singapore.
As the Hougang bench, lots of youngsters on that bench. Got a 16-year-old Lithuanian in Algirdas Karlonas there. We also have a 19-year-old Adam Ali, 18-year-old Rauf Sanizal, Hilfi Yannick, another 19-year-old. Amongst the substitutes for Hougang. We're missing Farhan Zulkifli and Blasco this evening, both out of the matchday squad. Chonnawit. As Ryan Sun is up. Nice bit of distribution. Okay, no way through for the moment. So Zaifa, lots of elevation on that. Always going to favor the defender. And Nikki Singh gets a couple of headers on it. Vestering will shield that out for a throw-in. Chonnawit.
Hougang players need a bit of urgency. They're down by 2-0 and they're left with about 20 minutes and they're still playing side to side. So I think the attackers need to take a bit of responsibility to take on their man and also try to make runs for the defenders to play them on.
Yeah, it does feel like they need that injection of pace, some creativity to come in. And Hassan hasn't really been troubled in this second half. That's Huzaifa. Chonnawit quickly on to Vestering. It's a lot of territory. They are in an advanced position here, Hougang, but Albirex are quite happy to sort of sit and say to them, you try and break us down.
Yeah, definitely. And I personally think that Hougang needs to introduce a new player in at this moment to create some sort of a difference and also try to create some havoc in their attacking third, because it's been too predictable for a couple of minutes now with the play going from Yotsakon to Kamitani.
Singh.
Sure yellow card there for Huzaifa, who's breaking the attack opportunity there. And I think he definitely needed to do that because there was a free space on the right flank for Albirex to exploit. And 3-0 wouldn't be easy to come back from.
So Hougang reacting with a couple of changes of their own. Kanok Kongsima is coming off. And Hyuga Kamitani is also going to be replaced. Number 15, Parinya Nusong, 20-year-old from Thailand. One of those coming on. The other, Nabilai Kibonguchi, 27-year-old. What do you think of those changes, Adam, with Kimoguchi coming on along with Parinya Nusong?
Oh, I hope it's to move players more up front with Kimboguchi getting introduced into the game. Maybe they'll be having a more stable defending line, and so that the players are able to move up further up front with Huzaifa leading the midfield.
Oh, that's a lovely turn. Didn't have too much space to work with, Sua, but he was still able to hang on to it and get away.
Hougang definitely missing the services of Fahan. We can see here that he's the kind of player that will take on men. He will take a lot of risk. So he's such a big loss to Hougang tonight. But we hope that he'll be recovering really soon so that he'll be able to feature for the next one.
little bit unfortunate that he is missing Farhan Zulkifli, because he makes a big difference and he's a player that is exciting to watch. And one of those that if you're a follower of the league, you want to see him get out there. Part of the Singapore international setup as well. Farhan Zulkifli. And a waste of a pass from Chonlavit, straight out. Disappointing from Hougang in terms of the performance in this second half. And Ryohei Yoshihama, he looks like he's going to need to come off. Yoshihama, who's played in the second division of Japanese football, and is featured with the likes of Machida Zelvia, Tespa Gunma, Inofa Yamaguchi and FC Gifu before coming out to Southeast Asia. So spent some time at Shonan Belmare very early on in his career. Isn't going to be fit enough to finish this match, it appears. Yoshihama, another blow for Hougang, with him coming off. And the hope for him and for Hougang here is that it's not too much of a serious injury. And sun is up. That's Kibonguchi. Parinya, who's one of the players on loan from Chonburi, going to make his way forward on the outside of the pitch, trying to hold some width as Suwa drifts infield. That's Vestering again being forced to go backwards. It's just been a real lack of penetration from Hougang.
Like we've mentioned from the first half, they've been holding the ball quite a bit. They've been on the better side of the possession game, but they need to create chances, and now they have only 15 minutes left, but they are still struggling to find an outlet up front to find their attacking players. And kudos to the Albirex movement as well. The defensive line has been good. They've been pushing the Hougang players to play back every single time.
So here's a change coming up for Hougang. And it's Anders Applin, who is set to come on for Ryohei Yoshihama. So a defender on for an attacking midfielder. That's an interesting one. Two of the last three substitutions have been defenders. And they need goals. Let's see again where Anders Applin actually goes on the pitch, now that he's on. And they're playing him as a striker. Looks to be the case for the moment.
Interesting choice from Eziako to put Anders up front, but yeah, you throw in as many bodies as you can, and Anders definitely has the physique to cause some sort of trouble. So hopefully he'll be adding some positivity to the team's attacking third.
On a sign of just how much they are struggling in terms of personnel, Hougang. They don't have attacking options on the bench, so Anders Applin having to go and play up top.
He's also a player that will work tirelessly for the team, and his physique is definitely one of the best in the league as well. He's really strong, and he's really quite efficient as well.
Singh, Asai Fidaus, who's quick, but he was given a lot to do to try and keep that one in play. There's Anders Aplin. Directing traffic. Yotsakon. Oh, it's probably one of the players you want to be closer to goal, having to drop very deep and almost be that link man in possession. I go back again. It's incredibly frustrating if you're a Hougang United fan to see that from your side. Festering. Yotsakon. Out wide on the left, and it's very comfortable defensively for Albirex.
It's easy work for Albirex with just shifting in their defensive third, because nothing is really threatening from Hougang, and the players who can make an impact like Yoksakon, they're really far away from the penalty box, so they can hold the ball as much as they want, and Albirex will be happy as well.
Possession numbers 60% of it going the way of Hougang, but they're not creating enough. Festering. They're going to cause some kind of chaos in the opposition area.
And Hougang definitely needs numbers up front. When the crosses are coming in, they'll be still outnumbered up there, so it's the chances of them scoring, getting the ball, it's pretty low with just two players up there.
Festering. Yotsakon. Parinya. Repelling these attacks very well, Albirex. Anders, looking for that reverse pass into Parinya. Easy, Cho Yun-soo. Spotting the intent early, getting across. And comfortably out for a goal kick. So Keiji Shigatomi on his way towards his first win against Chinedu Eziako. Eziako looking at his first defeat to Albirex. Keiji Shigatomi, by the way, has been at Albirex Niigata for just over a decade now. It's that driving run. Nishimura. Singh makes it 3. A fine finish from Nicky Melvin Singh.
Great finish by Nicky Melvin Singh, but don't take that away from Albirex. You know, great build-up play all the way to the front. Good solo action, and Nicky had one job to do, which is to finish it. And everyone knows what kind of player he is. He will bury it, and he did as much as whoever was expecting it to be.
Well, there's a look at that goal. That run from Nishimura. Going straight through. And Singh picks it up, picks his spot. That's a lovely drive into that far post. His teammates are absolutely delighted with him as well, getting that goal. Tough time for him with the injury that he had. Serious knee injury, kept him out for a long time. Starting to get more minutes and getting himself on the score sheet. And that should be it for Albirex.
It's going to be really tough for Hougang to come back into this game. They have 3 goals deficit, and I think from how they're doing lately, I don't think they will be able to get any much chances to actually convert them.
There's an issue here for Sim Junyen. Holding on to his arm as he went out. Had the presence of mind to roll himself back onto the pitch. Doing the professional thing. Oh, if he knock into the advertising boards. He's off the pitch, but watch him have the awareness to roll back on.
It's great to see players like Nicky Melvin to actually come back playing and actually scoring. Gives them a good boost to actually come back from an injury, from a big injury. And actually, it's really happy for us to be seeing players coming back to good form.
And that was his first goal in the league since the 1st of July 2023. And he scored in a 4-2 win for Albirex against the Young Lions. Nicky Singh up to 3 SPL goals in his career. His first in over 2 years. Nice moment for Nicky Singh. There's a straight red card for Huzaifa, letting his frustrations get the better of him. Well, he's trying to say to the referee that he was using his arms to just shield the ball. Let's have a look at this one, Adam. Oh, is there a swing of the right arm into the face?
Yeah, it
What's
looks
that?
like it. But I don't know if there was any malicious intent in the swing of the arm. So the VAR room has to get to work. And Huzaifa seemed like he was shocked at the call as well.
No, so it's not a straight red. It's apparently, according to that graphic, it's a second yellow card. That's why he's being sent off. So if it's just a second yellow, it's that reckless challenge. He was already booked.
Substitution for Albirex Niigata, Kawasaki, Jurong
A bit of confusion about whether it's a straight red or whether it was 2 yellows for Huzaifa. It's definitely booked earlier as Shingo Nakano sends his shot into the car park. Confirmation that it was for a second yellow card, so it's 2 yellows instead of a straight red for Huzaifa. Either way, he's sent off. Terrible night at the office for Hougang United. Shimura. Well, clever pass inside. Idong Yol getting it out to Nicky Singh. Going for another, gets another. That's the first time he scored 2 goals in a game in the Singapore Premier League. What a night for Nicky Melvin Singh. Under the body of Zafan. 4 for Albirex.
Oh, it must be a great feeling to be Nicky Melvin Singh for now, coming in as a substitute. Missing the game quite a bit due to injury, but here you go. 2 goals and to cap off a great victory for the night as well.
As Danish Kayum poked it out to him. He was asking for it back, but there was no place for Nicky Singh to actually squeeze it back to Danish Kayum. So he went for the shot, found the gap, through the legs of the defender, under the arm of the goalkeeper. Just the pace, I think, beating Zafan from Nicky Singh.
I took a big chance there to actually just lash out a shot. And yeah, if you never shoot, you'll never score. So he shot twice, he scored twice.
Two goals in the first half, Albirex, another two in the second. Both on the quick break. Sua, Yotsakon. And he was able to get it through the legs of Nakano. But straightforward for Hassan.
I think it's been a tough 45 minutes for Hougang. They've been holding the ball quite a bit, but they've created not many chances. And Albirex go on 2 breaks and they score 2 goals. So
have a look at that. 4 goals from 4 efforts on target for Albirex. Talk about efficiency. Chonlawit. Yotsakon. Setawut. Parinya. Kim Taeok makes that cross. And Danish Kayumut come on. The 86th minute in place of Sim Junyen. Helping out defensively, winning the goal kick. Information that we are getting is we will have a minimum of 5 minutes added on. So time for another goal, perhaps, from Albirex.
yeah, I hope Nikki or Shingo Nakano is going to get at the end of it. And you can cap off with a hat-trick, 5-0 win.
A battle for the match ball between Nicky Melvin Singh and Shingo Nakano. Festering. Puts it into Anders Zaplin. Uses his body well. Sua. Lovely idea there from Sua. Too much pace, which allows Kim Taeuk, who's been magnificent, come across and deny Yotsakon.
The defensive work from Albirex has been brilliant the whole game, the whole 90 minutes, and don't make them feel like they've not done anything much. The defenders have been putting on a good shift. The 2 centre backs, everyone has been working tirelessly from Shingo Nakano up front. They've been chasing, pressing, and the shape hasn't been broken the whole game.
Well, it's something that Keiji Shigetomi spoke about in the pre-match interview. He said that they were working a lot on their defensive organization. Well, it's always pleasing, I think, from a coach's perspective. We'll come back to it in a bit as we see Lee Dong-yeol try to get away from Kim Bong-uchi. Here he is again in number 9. Parinya is able to clear. When a coach is working on something on the training ground and he sees it come into play out on the pitch, it's always satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's your role, you know, to get something on from the training ground to the games, and you can definitely see that the boys are very well prepared in terms of their defensive roles in this game.
You're looking at back-to-back clean sheets as well. They won the game against Geylang International on the 12th of September by 2-0. And they're looking to try and keep that clean sheet for the remaining few minutes of this contest.
Even at the 92nd minutes, all the players are back. All 11 men are behind the ball now. So it really shows how much effort these players put in to actually keep the clean sheet for the team and also work tirelessly for the team as well.
That's right, and sun is up. Now Suau's taken up more of a central role with the introduction of Parinya. As Idongyol against Kibonguchi. Idongyol, he tried to find a way past Zafan at the near post.
I think Lee Dong-yeol did as much as he could, taking on Kibonguchi and trying to squeeze the ball down the near post. But yeah, Zafan managed to parry the ball away. But it's a corner for them, and it's still a goal scoring opportunity coming up.
Deep delivery from the corner. Cries of shoot from the crowd, and Shioka puts that effort in. It was easily blocked. There he is again. Around the corner for Danish Kayum. Gets it back from Yoshioka. It's a good run. Again, he's been such a threat, Nishimura. Kibonguchi, well-timed challenge. Dong-yeol pokes an effort towards goal. Will be a corner. Last touch appeared to be off Ryan Sanizal.
Lee Dong-yeol looks to actually try to create something for himself. He looks like he really wants to score the goal in the dying minutes, and in my opinion, I feel like it's a good trait as a striker to actually take on that responsibility and taking all the choices you have, and also try to get a shot away.
In swinger this time. Safan with a strong punch. There it is, final whistle. A big win for Albirex Niigata. Shingo Nakano with 2 goals for himself. The first coming in the 24th minute, the second in the 3rd minute of added time at the end of that first half. 2 great strikes from the number 99, the captain of Albirex Niigata, to give them that 2-goal lead going into the break. Resolute defensively in the second half, they held firm before Nicky Melvin Singh came on to score 2 more. The first time that he scored twice in a Singapore Premier League match. His first goals in this competition since July of 2023. A comfortable ride at the office in the end for Albirex Niigata, but only because they made it so with their performance overall and how good they were going forward and defensively as well. Having that cutting edge in attack, difference makers to get those goals. Back-to-back clean sheets for Albirex. 4 goals on the board. And another 3 points for them takes them up to 2nd. They are now just 2 behind the Lion City Sailors. Job done for them. Finishes here at the Jurong East Stadium. Albirex Niigata 4, Hougang United 0. Let's have a look at the highlights. Beginning with this goal in the 24th minute from Shingo Nakano. Quick ball over the top and a very tidy finish by Nakano.
Simple but effective from Albirex. Straight from the centre back to their main striker, their main man, and no mistakes from them.
Well on top of Hougang at this stage. There was a bit of a response from Hougang. A couple of chances that they had, but it was Albirex who would get the next goal. Have a look at this one from Nakano.
Crazy goal, crazy shot, but take nothing away from the defensive work from the whole team, pressing up front and pressurizing Hougang up in their defensive third, and Shingo Nakano, he can do anything.
That's a beautiful effort from Nakano, and no hesitation. The moment they win it back, falls into him, sees that little bit of space, gets his head up, and a lovely strike to make it 2-0. Into the second half we go. The third goal for Albirex. Nicky Melvin Singh, with his first in the league since July of 2023. He's waited a long time to get on the score sheet again.
Great run and great finish. Nothing more can be said. Perfect finish down at the corner. Zafan definitely couldn't reach the ball. So perfect goal and also perfect comeback from Nicky Melvin Singh to the league.
Very nicely done by the number 22. Nicky Melvin Singh with that goal. Fine finish from the 23-year-old. Then there was a second yellow card for Huzaifa. A wild swing of the arm. He'd already been booked earlier. And the referee left with no choice there. Reckless challenge. So 2 yellow cards and the red. There was no malice behind that from Huzaifa. Just a little bit of a lack of awareness with the challenge. So 1 more goal to come for Albirex and 1 more goal for Nicky Melvin Singh. This time around he goes towards the near post and finds a way past Zafan through the legs of Vestering.
Still buzzing with his first goal and getting his second for the night and his first brace in the league. So definitely it's going to be a really great night for him. It's going to be buzzing all the way back home.
He certainly is. Going to be thinking about those 2 goals this evening. A complete performance from Albirex Niigata. They maintain their solid start to the season. As we have a look at some of the numbers there, Adam, lots of possession for Hougang, but they didn't really threaten with it.
I think efficiency was the key to the game today. Albirex had 41% possession, 5 shots on target, but 4 went in and they won the game 4-0. So in the end, what matters most are the shots and also how many goals you can score, not the possession. So kudos to Albirex for defensive masterclass as well. I think the defenders, the whole team actually worked really hard to keep the clean sheet.
Yeah, very complete, and it's something that Shigatomi will be very pleased with. As we have a look at the standings and what that result means, Albirex move up to second. They stay unbeaten, 2 points behind the Lion City Sailors. Both those sides, 3 matches played. PG Tampines drop into third for the moment. As Hougang United stay in 6th with just 1 win from their 4 matches so far, 3 defeats for them. Match week 4 that we're in. 3 more matches coming your way. 2 tomorrow. Geylang against Tanjung Pagar United at our Tampines hub. Lion City Sailors back in action against the Young Lions at Bishan Stadium. And then on Sunday we wrap things up with the BG Tampines taking on Balestier Khalsa at our Tampines hub. All matches kicking off at 7:30 p.m. Head on down to the grounds if you can. If not, join us on our coverage. I will leave you with these pictures from Jurong East. Thanks for joining us. It finishes here. Albirex Niigata 4, Hougang United 0.